Do you find yourself verbally admiring your boss's totally hideous new necktie? Or maybe you pick up an extra cup of coffee for him on your lunch break. Ever wonder what he thinks of you? Does he think you're a kiss-up or simply think you're a fine and dandy employee, going above and beyond? How about when you walk into the office late, or on the flip side, show up early and leave late? What does your boss really think of you? To give us the inside scoop on what your boss is thinking when it comes to your actions, Chester Elton, work trends expert and author of a best-selling book, The Carrot Principle. Welcome, Chester. Thanks for being here today.
Oh, thanks for having me.
So I want to get through all the scenarios here. Let's start with the first one. Let's listen to this scenario.
Hello, my name is Jack, and I like to know what my boss thinks when I show up for work at exactly 9 o'clock and leave at exactly 5 o'clock.
At least he's prompt. What do you think?
Well, great question, but I mean, if you're always on, the last minute in, last minute out, I think the message is you're just punching the clock. You don't really care. I like the 15-minute rule, which says, hey, if you're in 15 minutes early, stay about 15 minutes late. It just shows a little more engagement. I'm not wondering, or thinking you're looking at your clock, ready to bolt when it's 5 to 5. Are we there yet? Are we there yet?
It gives the impression that you're about the task at hand, not the clock. You're there a little later.
Exactly. Getting the job done, not working until the clock tells you it's time to go home.
Okay, all right. So let's listen to the second scenario. Here you go.
Hi, I'm Shanita, and I want to know what my boss is thinking when I organize every event in the office.
The event organizer.
The party gal.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's two messages here, I think. One is that, hey, I'm the team builder, I'm the morale builder. If there's a birthday or there's something, I'm all over it. The flip side on that is make sure that you get all your work done. Don't use that as an excuse to say, well, I didn't get my assignment done because it was Bob's birthday. So there's the flip side. Be the morale booster, but make sure you get your work done.
And is there anything negative about always being the one who wants to jump in there and plan the event?
Well, you can be perceived as the total suck-up. I want every little assignment, you raise your hand every time. But generally speaking, the party organizers and whatnot are kind of popular because it does take a little pressure off the rest of the team.
Okay, so it's not the end of the world if you always want to be the party.
No, I think it can be really positive.
Okay, all right. We've got another one. Let's take a listen to this.
Hi, my name is Teresa, and I'd like to know, what is my boss thinking when I don't speak up at a meeting?
The non-speaker-upper.
Yeah, the non-speaker-upper. Well, that you're kind of wallpaper, that you're not really engaged. It looks particularly bad if they catch you playing Brick Breaker on your BlackBerry, okay?
I never do that.
Right. The upside on that is do chime in, but don't be the opposite. Don't be the chatty Cathy. Don't be the guy who's always talking and trying to one-up everybody. When you do participate in the meeting, make sure it's thoughtful. Don't overdo it. But if you're absolutely saying nothing, that's a sign to your boss that you really don't care, you're not paying attention.
What if you're shy? Can you go in later and say, you know what, I have this to add to the conversation, or have you missed your chance?
No, I think that's a good one. The follow-up is maybe the thoughtful email that goes to the team as well. Hey, after our meeting, I was thinking of, and so if you're shy and you don't want to perk up, not a bad way to do it, and doesn't look like you're trying to steal the limelight.
Okay, so no one wants to hear excuses. Let's listen to our next scenario.
My name is Felicia, and I'm wondering, what is my boss thinking when I come in late with an excuse?
The dog ate my homework.
The dog ate the traffic.
My car broke down. The traffic.
Right. Okay, here's a great saying that my father taught me that you should live by. Excuses, even when valid, are never impressive. Okay, so I use this. I was getting my teeth fixed yesterday. I did this to my dentist. I said, what do you do when your employees, because it's only an office of 5. He says, let me tell you about Susan. Susan actually had a breakdown of her car, caught the train, and walked to work and was still 10 minutes early. That's impressive.
Wow.
I got stuck in traffic. I'm not buying it.
Okay. Hear that, everyone? No excuses. Moving on to our next question. Our next viewer has to ask.
Hi, I'm Christine Delaney, and I wonder what my boss is going to think if I come into the office all dressed up, or if I come in the office with a pair of blue jeans on. What's he going to think?
Close. What's the big deal? She was great.
Yeah.
Well, what's the big deal about how you present yourself in your clothes?
Dress, I think, is the toughest one in the workplace now because we're like casual or we're dressed up. And what about Fridays? So I think it's a tough one. I think, casual dress is fine. If you're always all dolled up, I think the message can be, I can't wait to get to the party after work. Or I'm just a little better than you are. My clothes are just a little nicer than yours are. It really is a trapdoor. And I think it's particularly be tough for women. By the way, you look great.
Thank you.
Yeah, because there is such a wide variety for women. Is it a little black cocktail dress? Is it a strapless sequined? So you got to be tough.
But you're basically saying you can't win. You're either dressed up too much and you look a little pretentious, or you look slobby.
If you go to the extremes, what I'm saying is play the middle. If you're really, really casual all the time, I think that shows a little slovenly. If you're always dolled up, it's a little to the extreme. Play the middle of the road. It's very safe there, and you'll be okay.
Boring.
It is boring, but it's safe.
Okay, let's go to our next scenario. Let's listen to this.
Hello, my name is Sam, and I want to know what my boss is thinking when I'm visibly jealous when someone else is receiving praise.
Ooh. These people are so annoying, aren't they? They're like,
yeah, this is one where, and I've seen it happen, where we're giving an award to Bob, and everybody's around, and you just see somebody, they're like, that should have been me, and if you were paying attention, it would have been me, and that just sends such a bad message. Be the team builder. Be happy for people.
Gracious.
Be gracious. Gracious winners are always well thought of. If you've got that there and you're not a team player, that's a big signal that maybe you're on the wrong team.
Okay, we have time for a last bit of advice. If you had to tell our audience what we should stay away from in 5 seconds.
Be a team player. Be positive. Be the one that builds people up. Don't be jealous, and be the team player.
You are the man. Chester, thank you so much. That was a lot of fun.